Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another week of Valorant ECAC Week 3, post university versus Adrian College, here today. And post coming off a big win in NECC on Monday. Very dominant games overall for them. Did have like a little bit of a slip up in the first 5 rounds of the second game, starting down 0-5. But besides that, they ended up winning that game 13-8 regardless. And the first game they won 13-3. It was the first time that we had seen that iteration of the roster come in. Looked really good, was very exciting, very different comps from them. They used the Gecko from Chixxa, which was a new look for them completely. Mojo was on Sentinel duty playing Chamber and Cypher. And overall, the team came out gun swinging, found the kills they needed. We're playing a lot more coordinated together overall. On the post plants, we're playing a lot more structured. I'd say there was less of that overcommitting that sometimes happens in the post plant scenarios, and they just played a very clean series overall. Um, but yeah, um, it was very good series from them. Their first win that I've casted on the year. Um, and although it looks like this series, SteveJobless, once again going to be subbed out here. So Bray is going to make a return, at least by the looks of it. Besides that, they do have the starting roster. Chixxa will make their second debut. And yeah, the same usual crowd: Dissident, Mojo, goops. So I'm curious what we'll actually see here. If we'll just because this is the first time we've seen this actual iteration of 5, and yeah, because we've seen Bray come in. Bray has played in almost every series except for I think the last one. SteveJobless, not here right now, has played in a couple of the series. Again, Chixxa only playing in the last series so far, and I think we had Kevin Bittner come in for a series as well. So another new set of 5 here for them. We'll have to see how this group meshes together here. And it looks like we're going into bind for the first map here. Post on the defending side, Adrian College out on the attacking side. And we're seeing some fast lock-ins already come in. Goops on the Brimstone here did play it last week, and they used it for a lot of post-plant scenarios. And it looks like there's a Gecko hover as well for Chixxa. Dissident back on the usual breach. Mojo back on the Yoru as Bray will take over the Sentinel role once again. Bray pretty much has played Sentinel and then KO in certain iterations. So kind of makes sense. Mojo's been kind of the person that's sort of shifted around depending on the roster a lot of times, playing Sova, Yoru, Omen, and last week Cypher and Chambers. So probably the most unique characters. Dissonance up there as well, with some Breach, some Reyna. I think played Jet in one of the series as well. Meanwhile, on the other side, we are seeing a pretty standard comp overall. Double smokes with Viper Brim. Raze is very common. Gecko's generally pretty popular on this map as well. Shockingly though, no Sentinel. We're gonna see Sova instead, something that is quite uncommon on this map. Generally, if you're gonna see an info agent, it's usually Fade that comes through for teams normally if they choose to use it. A lot of times they'll just kind of run like double flashes with the Gecko and another flash agent if they're going to, or they'll run like a Sentinel instead. But interesting look here for them. Have to see how that pans out. And now we'll have to see how this defensive setup is for Post here. Looks like you're gonna have the Cypher over towards B here doing the
this goes here.
Window trip. I know there is one that's like really hard to break. That's like on the outside instead of within. But I'm not actually sure how to place it, and it looks like Bray is looking for
Yes,
kind
this
of a
should
good
do.
trip here.
This is a nice
One.
spot.
One of the more
That
simpler
goes
ones,
there.
and
Yes, this
it's
should
going
do.
to be an A-hit first anyways. Post looking for really shower control, as they like to do commonly on this map. With Mojo and Dissident lined up here versus 3. They do get a noise, so a little bit Flash is going to come through, but Prism's going to find that kill anyways while Flash. This will be 1-for-1 trade as Dissident will get out of dodge here. Maybe not. Does barely escape his life. Meech coming through, though, going to make that very, very dangerous here.
Spike planted.
As Evan hopped up in a really good position here. I have to see if that gets checked, and Goops all alone here in the U-Haul is going to get taken out by Moonkeeper.
Wingman's on defuse.
The wingman
Shot my wingman.
Out. It's going to go down, and they're taking pretty good cover. Could be a difficult scenario for a Post
Last
here.
player
It's down
standing.
to just Dissident on 30 HP versus 4. There are some low health bars, but a little tall of a task as Moonkeeper will clean up their second kill on the round. And, yeah, so a pretty solid post plant for Adrian College there. Outside of the one death from the trade, things working out pretty much exactly as they planned. And honestly, like, it's kind of expected to lose someone like that in a trade scenario, especially Flash. The fact that Prism even got one is pretty solid, honestly, when Flash like that. So overall, big round for them. They are going to force up into Bulldogs and Spectres here, and it looks like they're going to hit A once again. Going to take it a little bit slower on this walk up here, and Mojo in a dangerous spot here. Does have this TP, and Evan, meanwhile, will find it go short, and that drone will force Mojo to TP out immediately and try and fight this 4v5. Probably take maybe a 3-take as the entry starts to come through, and Evan here with the Bulldog, and sometimes going into U-Haul like this is very, very dangerous. He's gonna get stunned up. Gonna be able to satchel out, however, though, and play their life. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, just looking to challenge the tower players, but Prism's gonna find that now. The fight for U-Haul happens, and Goops and Mojo with their classics are kind of making a round out of this 3v3 now, and this is where it gets kind of dangerous here, as looks like
one enemy remaining.
Have to pull out of showers here. Now it's just Mojo, and Prism cleans that up with a nice triple kill. So a round that became a little bit scary there, but overall,
This is what I
Adrian
live
College
for.
staying in control here, as they do manage to bring over both of the Bulldogs they invested and one Spectre. They might have invested a third Bulldog actually that I don't think they grabbed, but yeah, mostly low buys here overall for Adrian College, so a round that is looking in the favor of Post, and Chixxa should get some information off of this flash here. Actually isn't gonna find the spot.
There's my buddy.
And so they might be able to actually use this timing pretty well to walk up here, and I guess the Viper Wall will just give that away now. Bray gonna know there's not a Chixxa. They did see the drone does hear it with the Cypher as well. Looks like it is going to be a fast entry here. Oh, and a beautiful sheriff shot from Evan. We'll just find that kill immediately. Should be able to claim a rifle as well if they choose to do so, but holding on to the sheriff now, just finally claim it. And position here, manages to to find one, but will get traded out, and Evan off to another kill here. Dissident finally taking him down. Mojo's gonna look for the fight on the Moonkeeper, who just has a classic. Finds that kill, and it's gonna be a 2v2 situation here.
One enemy remaining.
And Dissident will find that kill, and it's gonna be down to Just Seller, who does
one
not
enemy
have a
remaining
volley anymore as well. So he's just gonna back off here, and Dissident will take the fight, find a triple kill, and I'm not sure if there's time for this defuse here. It's gonna be close. He's gonna find it with 0.62 seconds. Almost a disaster for Post there, but they will manage to claim that round. I'm not sure how their buys are looking after losing 4 big guns there. Yeah, it is just gonna be mostly a save here outside of the hero rifle from Dissident. And then Adrian College will find their first set of full buys here. It looks like they are going to go back towards this B site here, so they did like the early look that they got with the site, which, to be fair, was a pretty good look. They got the site overall pretty easily with that opening pick with the Sheriff. Chixxa did play
My camera is
very deep
destroyed.
into elbow, though, and managed to find a kill later on and kind of hold that space, which allowed for that retake to happen. Now Bray gonna be tagged out quite a bit, and Mojo ready for some shenanigans here. And can't find the kill with the shorty. Even stunned up, Moonkeeper manages to find that shot, and Prism now finds a kill as well. So
Someone's there.
round that Post lightly invested into. Not gonna really give him a chance here, but one kill,
Spike
almost a
down,
second
B.
kill for Dissident there, but Goops will actually manage to clean up that kill, so now things getting a little bit messy, but Goops has just a classic.
Last player standing.
Now down to
Team A.
Chixxa will get taken down as well.
Toxin screen
But
down.
overall, a surprising amount of kills going over despite the situation, and not too bad overall. Dissident does have the Rolling Thunder ready as well, and the Orbital Strike for Goops almost available. Meanwhile, on the other side, Adrian College does have Sova's Hunter's Fury, and most importantly, the Raise Rocket and the Gecko, I think it's called Thrash, yep.
Watching
Which
here.
can be very powerful on entries here, especially because they can use that Hunter's Fury late into the round for potentially post-plant situations here, or even early to find a pick, depending on what they see. But they're going to start taking this slow towards B.
Go get him. I dropped the spike.
And having an opportunity, finds one piece, there's a second, but Moonkeeper will manage to get that trade here, and it looks like he's just gonna pop the ult.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, and he fights
on the
so he's a second gun, can't find that kill, and
Right there.
Moonkeeper managing to get that gun on the Dissident, but doesn't find the kill, so now we're looking at a weird 2v2 situation.
Here.
Last player
In
standing.
dangerous territory is going to get taken down, but Mojo has some potential here to find
One
it.
enemy remaining.
Does manage to find one, but Prism will find the triple kill. Close out that round, so a very close round there for Post, but I think they're going to be forced onto low buys once again, so right now this half's starting to get away from Post here. Also, shout out to Johnny Fuego, former player for this Post roster, making his appearance in the chat. But
You
yeah,
all have guns.
it's gonna
Now
be,
use them.
shotguns and sheriffs here, by the looks of it. And I think the scary part is when Mojo has something like a shotgun like this, he's playing that tight angle, so we'll have to see if they look at all for elbow control, or if they just kind of take the close parts of the site. They do have Gecko, which makes it really easy to just take the first half of the site and kind of play back. And, ooh, the nade actually going to take out Mojo, so that shotgun is gone now. And it developed just outside.
Sleep,
brother. Beautiful angle from Prism there, standing up there and shooting over the box, but Chixxa managed to find one with the Sheriff. Is going to flash and
Saw you,
try and make something else happen, and now Dissident actually managing to find one, almost getting a second kill there, but
Last player standing.
unlucky. Chixxa the only one left alive, so Post did a little bit of damage with these Sheriffs,
Spike planted.
keeping that econ a little bit in check, but a round that feels nearly impossible now as a Bucky, not necessarily the best gun for this situation, but all that Chixxa combined and does quite a bit of damage, but Prism will be there to back them up. Moonkeeper will walk out with 33 HP there. And once again, another round for Adrian College. But I will say, despite the round score, a lot of these rounds have been really, really close. And Post have overall kept them in check. You see
right here.
Some of the money situations on Adrian College's side, not the greatest spots. Other people having quite a bit of money, so they should have buys for the next few rounds regardless. Mojo alone in
Cutting
showers
through.
here, gonna look for a TP play here. And a flash for Mojo, but choked off, so nothing gonna be found there. Maybe trying to pick off someone potentially ahead of the smoke here. Let's have one more flash available. Decoy is gonna get a flash, but they're gonna turn it. Still Mojo manages to find one. Does flash, doesn't instantly TP though, so is gonna go down. And it looks like they're just gonna cut a rotate over to B, and Bray kind of looking away now, but I think did get an audio cue.
Camera taken
and now
out.
has the visual on Gecko there, who is generally the bomb carrier for teams, so rotates are going to start to come over now.
Grenade! Satchel out.
Site exit. Oh, and caught by the trip. Bray will find that kill. So a beautiful little trip there. Stun almost happening here, but Evan
One enemy
gonna
remaining.
find two there. I think Meech was placing smokes when it happened, so didn't have their gun out. A little unfortunate. Didn't think they could die from that angle, and it's down to Dissident in a 1v3 here. So many angles to check, and not the right one as Evan will find a triple kill off of some incredible shooting there. And now an early-ish timeout called for Post here. And last time we saw them call a timeout in a series, it resulted in a impressive string of rounds and a comeback from a 0-5 deficit. So we'll have to see if they can cook up plans like that again this time. But so far, Adrian College has just been winning these rounds, some of them by inches here. I mean, the thing is, even on the rounds that Post have been down in Econ, they've made stuff like the Sheriff's work. So maybe they can cook something this round. Generally finding 2 to 3 kills on those rounds so far. But they won't have money for a full buy here. So another round expected to go to Adrian College here. But we'll have to see if Post can make a round of it. So far, Prism already up to 10 kills. Which I think has gone almost a little bit quietly with those kills. There was the triple kill in the second round to kind of secure that in a round that Post honestly
Let's make some
shouldn't have had
chaos.
any business being in. But they were making it work. And then a TP here from Mojo. Nobody here. We'll see as Mojo goes to walk down and doesn't check to the right side there. And he's just gonna take it out and Bray.
They found my wire.
Now here with Goops on the A site, which seems to be the real hit that's coming through as Shower's control is completely theirs, despite Brawl cutting the middle of the site. And he's going to be the Raise Rocket invested, despite the eco round, and finds that kill. That was a Mojo strike, so Post potentially round, and Evan
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Prism will
Flawless.
wrap up the last two here, so
Grenade!
a flawless round here for Adrian College. Yeah, as I was saying before, I feel like Prism's been like kind of quietly getting kills or getting multi-frags in these situations where the rounds almost start to get out of hand. But I feel like Evan for them has been more of the kind of like impact frag
Right
play,
there.
where a lot of the flashy kills to open up rounds. Post now on full buys here and do have Thrash available. I'm curious if we'll see some sort of
You did good.
combo with the Thrash, similar to how we see it with the Reach all the time. Could be a very powerful combo. It's going to be a full retake scenario here for Post. Probably going to try for a retake scenario. Yep. And the Thrash is going to come through. And that's what I was talking about before. All the chaos.
I'm back.
Mojo looking for a kill, can't find it.
Spike down B.
Meanwhile, the rest of Post have reclaimed the site, and it's going to be 2v4 here. And a beautiful orbital strike kill coming out to almost even the odds. But they're trapped in elbow here. Makes it, oh, so difficult. And Dissident did spot a gun there. So far coming through, not going to find any information. It's just going to get shot.
Flash out!
Nice flash from
remaining.
Dissident there. Did get both.
30 seconds left.
Now it's just down to Triple. Finds one, but Dissident will be there for the trade. A triple kill there. And a beautiful looking pre-take there for Post. Using the breach utility with the Thrash, and Mojo getting all of that information in his ult there, despite not really finding kills himself. Allowed the team to flood out with the rest of the utility, know where people are, and make it happen. Dissident off to a great game here. 10 kills as well.
Bomb buddy out.
It's an early B look here for Adrian College. They may try to just brute force this. No Cypher here this round. Which is a little bit of a switch up here for Post. Maybe expecting some sort of an A hit after what happened towards
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
That's already going to be invested. Dissident pushing through with the Rolling Thunder. Finds two. It's almost an identical punch the last time he used it. Make it a third!
Blow him up, Mosh!
One enemy remaining.
And Goops will find another one here as it's down to just Runekeeper, who's all alone. 68 HP. 1v5, gets flagged out, and Goops finds that kill, so Goops will get two, but a beautiful, beautiful round from Dissident there. Again, almost identical to the last time the Rolling Thunder was used. Just kind of sitting in that spot, waiting for the Thrash ult, sitting in one of the smokes, and a Rolling Thunder plus a pop-out swing from the smoke. Basically in the same area, killing people in almost the same place, but ended up
hit them fast, hit them
jumping
hard.
into hookah and finding an additional kill there. So absolutely insane work there from Dissident, who's
Camera taken out.
trying to keep this game close for Post right now.
There.
And another Sova drone, so you should know that this is likely an A hit. And from that information, I'm also not on the side. 2-second pop really tripped here, so no Cypher utility now. But I'm not sure. Oh, it did stop the plant. But kills going the way of Adrian College here. Bray manages to trade one back though, and
Run, little man!
Chixxa on such a low health, it seems like a very tough
One
round
enemy
approach,
remaining.
especially with Bray going down there, and certainly the Bray goes down now. And Taida able to, I think,
Last round in the half.
Chixxa finds that kill. Now an 8-3 look so far for Adrian College. Post-wall buys into this last round here, so you're seeing another full buy round. Only ultimates really on the table are the Neural Theft for Bray and Viper's Pit, which we haven't seen used from Stellar yet. And I don't think we've seen the Hunter's Fury from Prism either, who's just been kind of holding on to that. Not really needing it so far, so...
Launching smoke.
It's going to be early shower
Take
control,
flight.
and once again, this drone coming through, and this time around,
Scanning ahead.
maybe no to a deep jump because the drone didn't get anything close, but
Here we
again,
go.
utilities.
Nowhere to run.
There's the Hunter Fury finally being used here, but not spotting anybody right now, and as the fighting's going on, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade.
Get out.
Evan just
I have
going
to fight.
crazy, finding 2 kills there. And now it's going to be able to get the
Last
first
player
kill,
standing.
make it a third
Spike
for
planted.
Bray.
To
Down to
mine.
just Mojo, and Evan finds a 4K there. The Viper's Pit also being used, but maybe a little overkill, but it is
Switching
the end of
sides.
the half, a 9-3 half for Adrian College. Post did manage to get a couple very, very important rounds towards the end to potentially give them a shot in this half, but down 9-3. Quite difficult unless you can win the pistol here. And it looks like it is just going to be a B hit, which should be challenged by Taida here. And Hookah, we'll see if they just back off after they get the information. Likely the case here, especially because the Sova Dart's going to go B long and probably spot out someone, if not be shot out and still give information. And with those footsteps, it's going to be an instant back off.
down.
A sun coming out, but smoke's coming through here. And I think Mojo, yep, Mojo's already out now. Onto the site. Prism did manage to find this one kill
Brimstone
through the
steps.
smoke, and
Cutting through.
Mojo will now just have Taida here, and they should have insight. And they flash on the Prism.
Spike
This is gonna
planted.
keep them back, but
Perfect.
still sitting here. Finds
Three gone.
2. The safe pair.
One enemy
Make
remaining.
it a 4th on for a potential ace here, but Stellar's gonna take that. And looks like maybe a little bit of a argument there in the comms potentially for Adrian College. Prism wanting that ace, and they have 19 kills already. I think the important part is when these kills are coming for Prism here. They're usually coming multiple in a round when they happen. It's really been a nightmare for Post so far. But we'll have to see how they can deal with Prism, how they can take these sites. On pistols, yep, didn't choose to buy here, so likely giving 11 unless they can find a pick. Ooh, the head cap.
Spike
Safe
down
shooting for
B.
Prism does finally get taken
I
down.
got the spike.
Honestly, with these kind of guns, 2-for-1 for your first kill isn't necessarily the worst, especially when you know that the enemy Brimstone has taken a bit of damage here. They won't be able to recover that gun, unfortunately, because it's so far back, but are going to start a rotate towards A. So a lot of the A players have actually moved towards B with the ability to potentially quick rotate. Stellar in such a key position here is going to start to get reinforcements. Will they check the angle? That's going to be the most important part. Mojo does second and finds the kill, so they are now gonna pick up a gun as well, having that Spectre
Mosh pit.
in hand, and Mosh pit gonna be used for some Mojo off. Dissident's gonna take the fight with that Spectre, and suddenly Post have a round on their hands here.
30 seconds left.
Blue smokes came through towards Heaven. Aid being used. Mojo's gonna have to TP out. Now we're looking at a 2v3 situation. So Post, they've got a couple guns in their hands now, I believe. Maybe just one. Yep, just one.
Concussing.
Very important spot here.
enemy
And
remaining.
that's a beautiful stun. And I wonder if anybody will come over to potentially grab that gun here. Doesn't look to be the case. And Evan just has an outlaw here, which is not the best retake gun. Kind of just creeping through, looking for a pick here. Kind of giving up on the round, and finds one. Almost makes it a second with that ghost there, and I think Goops, yep, just barely escaped with that Bulldog. Mojo didn't have a gun, will now be able to purchase one though, so an important thrifty round here for Post that will keep them alive in this game. As for Adrian College, they don't have any money here now, so Post at the potential advantage economy-wise here. A Bulldog and 4 rifles. And it looks like it's going to be an aggressive fight at Adrian College. They are going to turn the flash and head out as 3 here. And Bray, getting that information that there are people pushed up, is just going to choose to back off, which I do think is the smart situation. Don't want to potentially give over that gun. And he's just kind of playing with them. On the other side, does manage to find one, and at 46 HP, it's just going to run out. And, I mean, it works out, but it's oh so dangerous of a situation. Goops finds that kill after the TP happened, and the Prism peeked out just a little bit here. And Bray does hear one, but it's just gonna kind of chill here as Mojo's gonna be there for that kill. Oh, the spawn!
My ult's ready.
Meanwhile, on the other side of things,
Wingman's defusing.
people short and there's
Dizzy's up
nobody
top.
near this bomb, so potentially a disaster.
The
here for
wingman's
Post,
down.
but
Last
Wingman's
player
gonna go down, and a very close situation for Post, almost throwing that round away. Almost stolen by Adrian College.
I can't see them yet, but I can feel them getting
Post will manage
ready.
to find the round regardless, and timeout now.
Cutting
followed
force
by Adrian
calibrated for
College,
combat
so
application.
looks like they just want to slow things down. They know they have the lead. They have a 5-round advantage. They just don't want this game to kind of get away from them. And I mean, the last couple rounds have been messy for them. A round that they should have won being taken away in a thrifty, and then that round almost in their hands there. I mean, Post almost over pushed a little bit and let Gecko get that defuse, but Wingman was destroyed just in time there. Very scary situation. I'm surprised Post weren't expecting anybody from short there because of the early information that Bray got, but I guess maybe expected them to kind of circle all the way through into B and try and catch Bray maybe, but once the plant was A, probably should have been aware that the short retake attempt could happen. So, despite that though, they did keep most of their guns. Mojo has a judge and has ult, so
No more games.
we'll have to see what kind of wild tech
I'll return.
for here.
I'll handle this.
Nice little situation with Dissident getting a stun here.
I'm back.
Oh, what a beautiful smoke there! It's gonna give Mojo a chance, but oh, he doesn't actually grab the gun, so he's just gonna leave the judge. They have the sight though.
I got you.
But Mojo basically out of this round, besides the 2 flashes, just a classic in hand, and these smokes coming through. They're gonna have to walk through here. It is gonna be a fight at elbow by the looks of it. Mojo's gonna take first contact as bait here, I believe. Oh, and the Thrash doesn't actually find anybody because Prism found that
That's
kill.
not
and
ready.
Dissident will actually be able to back up, so making a little bit of a mistake that may potentially cost them. Oh, and a beautiful flash, but not gonna. He loves the time to go down the front, doesn't matter. By the looks of it, they're just playing with the guns, and the only person left alive, Goops. Another gun with them, but no bodies, as the spike will take pretty much everybody there. And now, if you're Adrian College, you're back on low buys, and this is kind of where it can get scary a lot of times, even when you have the lead, because Valorant's econ system, the way it tends to work, especially when you're losing a lot of rounds, is you'll kind of sometimes get into this situation where you have a gun round, you don't win that gun round, now you're on a save yet again, and then you get one more gun round, and then it's a save, and then a gun round, and then a save. Often when you're just losing a bunch of rounds in a row, you don't get multiple rifle rounds.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
And now the Thrash gonna be topped here by Chixxa. Oh, and she did get a tag here, so Mojo's gonna run through and grab that real quick. And that's gonna be a very fast site take here. Meanwhile, there's a flank coming through on short, and Bray not ready for it. Bray's gonna go down. Moonkeeper finding a second kill here, and now suddenly they've got some guns that's a little bit dangerous. And Post at a man disadvantage. And Chixxa now has to worry because they've been spotted out here. And a defuse is starting, and Mojo finds one kill,
Last player standing.
almost a third, but
Thrifty.
a thrifty round coming in for Adrian College. And wow, it was another situation where it's a flank through short here. I think they went through showers originally. I'm not sure how they entirely got there. Maybe it was just straight up a push through B, but the flank trips not being set up beforehand, it's unfortunately going to cost Post here.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
And what looked like it could have been a 10-7 situation, very manageable for Post, now is 11-6, which feels a lot further away. Still very possible, but can't have too many more like that. And those two kills, Post in dire straits here. Make it a third kill.
Spike down A.
Smoke's down.
Pretty much just falling apart for them.
Dim beacon down. Got the spike.
Last player
Getting
standing.
taken down as well, so a triple kill for Evan. They know where Bray
Flawless.
is. A 4K for Evan now. Or even?
Match point.
I guess it would be even. Yeah. Alright, anyways. The big problem is when you, when you're in these, sort of comeback situations, you can't drop stuff like thrifties like that because you only get a couple rounds to make mistakes, so, or a couple rounds to lose, so.
Time to jump.
I'll
handle this.
on the rounds that are 50-50 gun-wise, but Mojo gonna be in a TP situation here, and they are just gonna completely get the site, so
I'm back.
nothing really being used, but I believe a Hunter's Fury should come through here.
am the hunter!
And no tags,
Spike
though.
planted.
Yeah, none at all with this Hunter's Fury, so it is going to be a straight 5v5 here. They do have the Raise Rocket available, which can be very dangerous on this entry, so let's see. The Rolling Thunder top here. Everybody's stunned up, and Mojo and Dissident both go down. Now Thrash coming through as well, and things falling apart.
Last player
Strike
standing.
team using this down to just Bray 1v4, and Evan. It's been so good for Adrian College. We'll find that last kill. They'll find
spoil the party.
defuse, and they'll find
Defenders
the
win.
game.
Never had a doubt.
And what looked like a comeback chance for Post, sitting at the 10-6 round, turned into a thrifty, into a 13-6. It's just a little bit unfortunate there because, again, when you're in these situations that you have to come back, like, there's going to be rounds where inevitably the other team has their ults up and can use them to get round advantages, or are going to be on even guns, and you can't count on, like, winning those for certain. So you only have a couple rounds to give up, so giving up a round to worse guns is basically a death sentence when trailing by that much, only having 3 rounds to spare. Fortunately, it did cost Post a chance to come back there, but overall, with how things started, I think they did get a little bit of momentum of understanding that they can keep up in these rounds. If they just have a couple more things go right in some of these early rounds, I think that game can look a lot different here. So we'll have to see if they can bounce back for map 2 here, as they're going to cut to a little bit of a break for teams to decide what they want to do, and we will cut to a break as well. Be back in just a moment. Alrighty, and it looks like people are starting to get back into line here. It looks like Haven's going to be the second map here with Post starting on attack. So for those of you just joining us now, Post lost the first map to Adrian College 13-6. It was honestly a pretty close fought 13-6. Where a lot of the rounds were very close. Post had a situation to bring the game to 10-7, where they were up in guns. It was a 9-3 half. They lost the pistol, brought it to 10-3. Then Post had a thrifty and just went on a run for a bit, got it to 10-6, and then on the 10-7 attempt, they got thrifty themselves, and from there, game kind of fell apart. But did have a genuine shot at that game at that point. So overall, a couple things go different, and Post are a lot closer, if not winning that game. So we'll have to see if they can bounce back on a map like Haven, something that's become very common for them. And by the looks of it, SteveJobless is here, so I assume a substitution's being made as Bray's in the coach slot. And that means that Post will be at their full listed starting roster coming into this game. This is the group of 5 that won their last series pretty dominantly. So I assume this is the roles that they are generally they're most practiced in as well. That being said, Bray's still doing an excellent job in there as a sub regardless. But I think they're going to be at the main roster here. Players kind of playing around now in the lobby, so we'll have to see here. Oh, SteveJobless will slot into the attacker side with the rest of Post, and ready checks happening now. Oh, yeah, it looks like Post is ready, but Adrian College needing just a minute or two. But yeah, I genuinely think that overall that that game was pretty close. Yep, and readies are going to come through. And Haven is definitely a more comfortable map for Post, generally speaking. Most of their map wins, I think, have come from this map. I know in ECAC week 1, I believe it was, they won this map. They ended up dropping the other 2 maps in that series. They won this map as their first map in NECC week 3. I think they've played it probably like 3 or 4 times overall. But definitely their most wins on a map. And I think it's their most played map as well. So yeah. Looks like, yep, SteveJobless is going to be back on the jet as usual. I assume Mojo is going to bust out the chamber that he played last time. As for the other comp, completely locked in. Probably the most standard comp that there is on this map. Breach as flashes. Omen as smokes. Killjoy or Cypher, either one can really be played on Haven generally. And then, Jet, the premier duelist. And yeah, just the very, very standard, since basically the beginning of time, Haven comp. Meanwhile, Post are going to play the comp that they played on Monday. And yep, that Brimstone's going to be locked in. Chixxa going to be back on the Gecko. Yep, and Mojo on that chamber, which was very, very impressive in their last showing. And yeah, I do agree. Haven W map, one of my favorites personally. One of the original maps in the game, all the way since beta. It was Bind, Haven, and Split in beta, and then Ascent came out when the game officially came out as well. I've only left the map pool once, I believe. And, yeah, let's see. So Post looking towards mid or A by the looks of it, pinging towards mid is Adrian College, so maybe prepared for a window swing out here, but looks like Poster looking towards A anyways, so maybe not to be. But a garage mid stack here for Adrian College, so maybe they look to go aggressive on the pistol themselves, and ooh, we might have a fight here based on how things are. Instant stun probably coming through, and
Grounded.
trades back and forth so far, and it's 2 for 2, and the map sort of devolved into chaos early on here. Kind of being spotted out as well by Mojo. And they are just going to commit towards mid here, so it's going to be a back off. Chixxa going to play for retake, and remember there's a collapse on the flank potentially, but with that trip from chamber there, Mojo should spot that out. It did get procced, so the rotates, which Mojo did here as well, going to come through, and it should just be a full retake from over towards A here. Spraying through the smoke at typical angle.
One enemy remaining.
SteveJobless is going to come in and find that kill. Mojo finds a trade for SteveJobless as well, and they go down. It's just Stellar on 22 HP. Has a chance, but Mojo will shut that down, and beautiful pistol coming out here from Post. A very chaotic pistol.
Here.
And honestly, that's where Post sort of thrive their best, is in the chaos. Winning, or I wouldn't say winning that early fight mid, but trading evenly on kills 2 for 2, and then being able to identify that, hey, defender's got to play somewhere. We know where Sova is. We know there's one on A. Killjoy probably is set up towards C, and just taking that quickly. Now, Bulldog Spectres and the sort here. Right, just gonna have to get out here. Chixxa did use that flash. We'll pick it up and be a little bit late to the site overall, but here in time. Mojo's gonna find that early kill, and SteveJobless did come in fresh off of warm-ups of some sort probably, and found 2 kills in the pistol round, so already manages to find one more before going down here, and
Last player standing.
wow, just
Kill everyone,
beautiful
and our
cleanup
job
there
gets a
from
whole lot
Dissident
easier.
and Mojo there, so off to a hot start here for Post. Mojo already 4-0. SteveJobless again coming in for this game too. Already has 3 kills on the board. Dissident 3 as well. And the important thing is, because these kills are so grouped up on the top half, is ultimates are right around the corner here. Probably round 4, round 5, we're gonna start seeing stuff like the chamber op come through, jet knives be available. The Rolling Thunder already 4 on the way. And it's going to be some early action here coming through for Adrian College here as they find that first pick onto SteveJobless. So no chance at knives for a round 4. Which is okay. Generally, knives first spike is either on an eco of yours or round 3 if you can somehow get it. It's gonna use as a pseudo gun, so
That
other
works.
than that, not the most impactful. But it's gonna be a site take. Fast fake it here for Post, but nobody checking for Stellar here, and they still don't know where Stellar is.
One enemy remaining.
Communication breakdown there, and yeah, by the looks of it, no communication of where
It is
Stellar
over.
was after that first kill, and the round falling apart for Post, and honestly not too bad of a round to fall apart. They may have had a shot at it, but regardless, it was a round technically we're supposed to lose based on econ. They'll have rifles into this one, they should be fine. A Spectre here for Stellar still. Overall, the money's still not too hot for Adrian College here. If they lose this round, Evan and Stellar may not have buys. Post, however, will have to win this round to make that happen here. And Prism, a
Spike down mid.
Early, that's a really, really important kill. That's the actual plant, and Jobless is a little bit of damage there. Should be fine overall. Get control of Mirage here. And Mojo has to be careful here, as Evan will find that kill, and suddenly there's no flank trip now. They're down 2 people, and this looks very scary. Overall, Post will be able to get the C site once again, but they're down so many people. Flank certainly coming in soon.
Last player standing.
And yeah, it's down to just immediately, and Stellar finds 2 with that Spectre on this round, and now is just going to be able to upgrade that, and suddenly Adrian College having the momentum here. They should be able to sort of fix their econ there. Post maybe being able to
My ult is ready.
Taking sentry.
Now this is worth celebrating.
Orb, Jet'll have knives. Again, it is one of those rounds that it spikes. Jet knives, pretty much just a free gun. Has the power of having a gun. Great for economy. Is a little bit of one of the best guns in the game, hypothetically, because you can move and shoot with it, but it's nothing like a Rolling Thunder, for example, in terms of round impact. Doesn't have any guaranteed value. Still, they're probably looking to get these jet knives here.
You want to play? Let's play.
Or maybe. But Evan just gonna tuck in this corner here, and looks like to play this angle a lot of times. Evan, a rare miss for them. Gonna come through here as they managed to claim that gun. Dissident, I believe, got their hands on that. With Mojo out in mid, they may just decide to cut their losses over towards A and just head back mid to B. And Java's gonna take a swing out, however. Not gonna be able to find a kill there, and Mojo's gonna continue doing work here. Oh, the timing just barely missing Silver there. Let's get some audio. Mojo potentially trouble here, but actually Stellar gonna get flanked here, so a beautiful lurk here from Mojo, who is maybe just gonna look for another kill here and finds it, gets the TP out, so the tour de force, another gun ult as well, and one that is oh so powerful, basically an operator, so $4,700 in credits worth of power there. And it looks like the College are going to take the
Flash out. Retired.
and one flashed out though, and
One enemy remaining.
Mojo having one more bullet left. Chixxa actually found that with the volley, and good hold overall from Post there. Now, once again, we'll hold on to this lead here, so not letting Adrian College get ahead of them. Did let him catch up for a minute there, but only a minute. And neither team really having the best of econ. Post should have a bye even if they lose this round, but some spotty econ on the side of Adrian College here, so Adrian's gonna find that first kill and a dash out, and that smoke's gone. So a very key piece here. Meech going down. No smokes to be able to take a site, and suddenly this round becomes so much harder. Smoke's probably the most important tool for SteveJobless, what an incredible kill there, and finds a second. How is that even possible? She's just having an incredible start to this map here. The little bit of momentum they needed to get into this round here. And now, in a 4v2 situation, they may just opt to save here, but again, they're gonna look and give it a go.
Here.
Stellar and Moonkeeper taking their time, maybe just playing for exits here, but are just gonna back off now. And yep, the save is decided. SteveJobless gonna take a shot at that.
Concussing!
Maybe gonna regret doing so. On such low HP with the bomb ticking down, probably didn't have a better way out at that point. So maybe overstayed a little bit, but with the money situation post, should be fine. Just let SteveJobless probably go into knives here likely, maybe buys a gun. And looks like with the 2 guns saved, Adrian College actually do have enough to buy through. If they didn't have those 2 guns saved, it'd be a very different story, as they could purchase
Right there.
no more guns right now. Maybe they could have gone light on 1, but gun
Standing ahead.
quite important for them, and it's going to be more of a spread out situation for Post playing this round. A little bit slow here. Did get spotted by that dart.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
And Thrash gonna come through here. Oh, and not spot out. That prism's right there.
Gone.
Oh no, disaster for Post, but he's running right through and does manage to find a second kill as well. So the round salvage. Mojo gonna die over watching the flank. 3v3 situation here, and likely a fight that Post don't seem ready for here. Goops gonna be tucked in here.
Last player standing.
But
Thrash is ready.
just
She's going again.
Who is just gonna get taken down by the breach aftershock there. It was placed, and despite the Thrash ult hitting 2, won't be able to capitalize on that. So unfortunate situation for Post. Not quite on the tempo for things. Thrash ult, unfortunately, going to miss out on Prism, who is tucked in the corner.
Need a drop.
Allows them to get a pick.
Thanks.
And with so much invested in that round. A little bit of a tough situation here for Post. The only ults available, the Orbital Strike for Goops, could prove useful if they can get a
Get
point
out of
off
my
them.
way!
Looks like SteveJobless gonna use the knives and just get taken down immediately. Did also purchase a gun as well, so econ value not even gonna be found there. A little bit unlucky. Mojo's gonna just stay tucked in this corner here. Chixxa was checking out. Now Mojo goes unchecked, finds 2 picks, and I think that's just an A site given over. A beautiful bait there from Chixxa. They got 1 kill, they saw another person holding it, and they're like, there's no way a third person is just hiding in the corner. Meanwhile, Dissident found a pick over towards mid here, and is just going to be able to get out as well, so Post making these scrappy rounds work out for them. It seems like the more that the map is sort of devolving, and the more that things get split up, the better Post have odds in this round. And Mojo maybe gonna get spotted out here, but again they're not gonna check. But oh no, a bad TP timing.
Blow him up, man.
Unfortunately,
Get him, wingman.
I think with time ticking down, still should go to Post here. Yeah, certainly does, but Stellar looking for a fight. Does manage to find one here and is still alive right now and almost finds a second, but Dissident close that out, but a lot of econ damage done. An unfortunate
Right there.
timing for Mojo. Almost had a third kill in the back there. Chose to TP away. Didn't think maybe that the retake would actually happen with how little time was left, because there wasn't enough time for a full retake, so I kind of get it. He was looking to get out a little bit early there, and unfortunately he's going to go down. But Econ's still stable enough.
Turret's destroyed.
Now they're just going to challenge the Killjoy over towards the C site. Probably be a fast entry here, and not quite able to find the kill. Found a Prism instead, trying to shoot over for Killjoy. Stellar just on 16 HP will be able to get a very bit off. And the timing for Mojo is going to be oh so important here, who is just waiting for a flank here.
They found my trap.
And does manage to find this kill. Keeper gonna try and keep everybody back over towards long. But the orbital strength is all the time.
Last player
Down,
standing.
Forever!
Greenkeeper has now found himself in a 1v2, gonna get flashed out.
One
Balls
enemy
everywhere.
remaining.
Makes it a 1v1. Man, this
Blinding.
is a tall task here as the spike starts to tick down and a swing comes through and Goops will find that kill. Moonkeeper having no choice but to try and stick that. A beautiful utility usage from Post in the Post plant. Will manage to find that round, and suddenly they've created a little bit of a separation here at 6-3, and that's going to cause a timeout to come through for Adrian College.
Right here.
They have maybe a scattered buy here. Stellar not really having money, but they do have jet knives available and can maybe force together a buy two people with no buys available. Jet knives, light armor on one maybe, Spectre on another can maybe make it work. But they might just end up going for a full save here. Honestly, if I was them, I'd probably just take the save round here, go down 7-3, get an op purchase maybe for Evan. We haven't seen them use the op yet, but often Jet players will be able to op on defense at least, and we haven't actually been able to see them try and use it, so maybe that change of pace could catch Post off guard. So probably look for a save here, get the op purchase in, and yeah, just use the jet knives now, and could probably be able to maybe get something done. Probably not a round win, but jet knives maybe can something to work. Yeah, they did get a thrifty in the game before that. It's pretty much the nail in the coffin, so they are just gonna push straight up here. And they did take out the chamber trip, so
Spike
should be
planted.
an understanding that there are people on flank here, and they went straight through A link, so
Here.
they're just gonna take control of that sort of area. Evan gonna get flashed out. Only has 2 knives left.
Oh yeah!
available, so
Monster on the loose!
take that 1 knife available.
Give me those guns.
Does get the refresh here, and what a chaotic situation. Moonkeeper found 2 with the sheriff, and suddenly they're almost doing it again, but it's 2v2 now. Still on sheriffs and a ghost. Prism shooting at her own teammate there.
Last player standing.
A little bit sketchy look here, and Dissident gets a 4K in the chaos, and Prism almost made it work with that sheriff. It was a headshot instead of a body shot. Might have had a chance to defuse, but oh, Post barely hang on to that round. Econ damage probably shouldn't be too big of an issue. There's only 2 rounds left in the half. I mean, Post will have buys throughout. Adrian College might have a scattered buy in their last round if they don't put together this round. And no op purchase yet again, so a little confused on maybe they're just not a team that ops. I think there's a sound cue given, so maybe they're aware that Evan could be here.
Oops.
Keeps staring at them. Evan just finds that first kill. Kinda gonna drop off again.
Off your feet!
If I like TP up there, drop off again. But maybe it was an intentional noise feed there. Dissident will just brute force the site open. Behind the kills, making it a third. Going absolutely crazy right now. 4K last round to save the round. 3K here. Mojo hunting this kill potentially, and I think Stellar is just gonna save this gun again.
Placing alarm bot.
Not actually having full bias into the last round. So every
Placing
gun
sentry.
matters here. Post having a wonderful attack half here. Are gonna get to 8 rounds now, potentially the opportunity to get to 9. To be fair, in both games so far, the attack half has generally been the favored side.
Last round before the
Adrian
switch.
College found
Last round to use our
9 on their
creds and
bind attack
abilities.
half.
Don't waste your firepower.
And Post, well, they found even amount of rounds on both halves at 3. They played 12 rounds on defense, and they only played 7 rounds on attack, so much better round win ratio when they were on the attack half there.
That works.
Looks like it's just going to be a brute force push on this defensive side here. Through it. Dissident. Broken for kills. Only going to find one before going down. Chixxa, though, will get another trade here, and this round has absolutely devolved. 3 all of a sudden. Low health bars pretty much everywhere. And I don't think anybody, when it gets to these hectic rounds like that, fully knows where anybody is. Mojo's just gonna walk up, find another kill. Spot Evan. And in a dangerous spot here, but not worried about where Killjoy may be.
Last player standing.
Ooh,
Spike
thankfully,
down A.
Killjoy only finds one there. They know where Evan is now. They should be able to get a free A site. But a scary situation is there's a knife out there for Chixxa, so if SteveJobless went down instead, it could have been a 2K and an
30 seconds
absolute
left.
flip on the round.
Spike planted.
Post, though, not going to get punished here. Mojo's ready in heaven for a
Teleport's ready.
potential jet to show up in the form of Evan. We're just going to go through site through CT, so the big thing though is with Mojo up in heaven and the bomb planted for him would be a good insurance policy, but SteveJobless will just win the jet duel there.
Switching sides.
Wow, Dissident and Mojo combining for 33 kills so far, 18 for Dissident, 15 for Mojo. Just having an incredible map. SteveJobless came in swinging very early into this map to kick off their momentum as well. Chixxa and Goops also have done their parts, both in the utility department and finding kills when needed. Now we'll have to see a opposite of the first game, where it was 9-3 at the half for Adrian College. Now 9-3 for Post. Chixxa gonna be probably challenged here long by Evan and Prism, who are generally the two been finding a lot of the kills for Adrian College, so looks like it is just going to be a brute force towards Garage and C. SteveJobless on a somewhat long flank here. I think the turret went down as well, so kills going the way of both sides right now, actually, as it's a 2-for-2 trade here. And
Got him.
Evan with the Sheriff is just so nasty. SteveJobless once
Last
again.
player
That
standing.
situation.
Taken down.
One
It's
enemy
gonna be a
remaining.
1v1 in Prism. Steady pair of hands here for Adrian College. We'll close that out. So
A bow and arrow is
once
old-fashioned.
again,
Sometimes old ways are best.
they grab the second half pistol. And I think that's the third pistol third pistol out of 4 that has gone with Adrian College. They won both pistols in the first game. We'll have to see what they do with this, because remember, they won the second pistol in the first game, but then lost the round after. Everything else. Beautiful shot from Mojo. Does he look for one more? This is so greedy. Just this little piece says, there's people here, I'm gonna TP out. Oh, and SteveJobless in a nice angle here. Finds one, almost makes it a second. And now we're looking at disaster scenarios once again for Adrian College. Chixxa finding that kill as well.
down,
And
attacker
just
spawn.
get taken down by Stellar, who won't be able to grab that
I got
bulldog
the
once
spike.
again, but just a literal nightmare scenario. Thankfully, Post hasn't picked up any of the guns yet. And I'm curious if they'll actually go back and grab the bulldog. They're just gonna meet them out in their spawn. Mojo gonna be tucked here. Just get a little bit of information. Mojo in such a dangerous spot.
30
Just gonna
seconds
TP
left.
out. Couldn't grab a gun. Mojo sitting in this corner does know that they're going A now, so the rotate from Goops is going to come through, and with 11 seconds left,
10 seconds left.
Mojo's not going to
Spike
waste
planted.
a bullet on the Killjoy turret.
Last player standing.
Mojo's going to be all alone here. I think they're aware that this is happening from short here. Just one bullet left in the
enemy
chamber.
remaining.
Finds the kill, but Stellar finds the
here.
kill with the molly as well. But insane damage there. 4 post on that round. Around with 4 bulldogs and a Spectre invested. And just a bulldog remaining. So Post in a very good spot here. I just noticed that Stellar has had a big step up this game here for Adrian College. Prism has fallen more to the middle of the pack for them. Maybe that's just a
Eyes up.
defensive type thing with Sentinels, or with the Sentinel role, but we didn't get to see much of it on the first game. And it looks like they're just waiting for Mojo to kind of push up sewers here. Isn't gonna opt to do so anyways, so pretty fine situation for them overall, as Mojo in a thankfully dangerous situation here is going to be able to TP out, so not a big deal. The drone going to give away that he's up top, but Mojo is just everywhere right now. Finds that kill. Dangerously pushing through the smoke here. Oh, and unfortunately when checking that angle there is going to go down. It's going to donate a rifle here, so that's a big loss and a little bit of an overforce here from Mojo. And rotates are now coming through towards A site, but Adrian College is already out of there. Rotate's starting to come back through, and Goops finds that kill, and I believe that was the rifle, but
30 seconds
the time is
left.
going to be so important, but Goops! The steady pair of hands. Post finds the kill.
Enemy
But
kill.
Evan with the sheriff!
Last player standing.
Just does so much with it, but Dissident closes out that round. Finds 2. Oh my god. If they find another sheriff kill there. Jesus. They've just been so good with the sheriff. 15 kills, and I swear probably like 4 or 5 of them are probably sheriff kills at this point on Ecas, maybe even more. We're just gonna walk straight up. I don't know. He doesn't have a gun. They do have 3 guns, but there's a lot of eco here. And Mojo
Excusez-moi.
gonna find that kill. Gonna get at least a bulldog to come through here. And all alone on this site. Dangerous situation. Flash coming through. Barely manages to escape that situation. And Mojo finds another kill. Almost makes it a third, but Goops will have that one instead.
1 enemy remaining.
Run straight into even. SteveJobless closes out the last 2, and a beautiful retake there from Post. 3 rifles they had that round, but they also had a Mojo, so gonna work out for them. That's basically 2 rifles, right? But ooh, another timeout here coming through for Adrian College. Their second timeout of the game, so I believe that is their final timeout, at least until a potential game 3. Now down 11-5. Almost staring at a mirror situation from game 1. But with less to hold on to right now. They don't really have buys. They have jet knives. I guess they could force like rifle no armors on some, rifle light armor on some, maybe like guardians or such. Use jet knives. They can make this round work for a conversion of like a really janky buy, but if they do so and they lose the round, they're now staring down having no money, 12-5 map point. It's a tough decision to choose because, I mean, even if you choose not to force into this round, you just rely on the jet knives and things don't work out. You're still looking at 12-5 with some econ, or like with enough econ to buy. Like, that's still 7 rounds you'd have to grab in a row. A tough choice to make here. They do have the Killjoy ult, so maybe they look for some sort of strategy with it. And yep, they have chosen to invest 3 bulldogs, a guardian, and rifle here. SteveJobless tucked in this corner. And isn't ready for Evan, who finds that kill and should be able to upgrade their gun now, so maybe a little bit of hope here for Adrian College. Maybe the investment will work out, especially if Stellar finds 2 picks over towards a flank here. Nice little lurk. Chixxa.
Found them.
Prepared for this. Maybe not. Stellar just holding the line. But Dissident takes them out, shuts them down.
It's all you, little homie.
And Chixxa gonna invest raffle. Doesn't cost a lot, so
Last player standing.
investment here. But Evan closes out that round with a triple kill, so the force up gonna pay off for Adrian College here and put them in a much better spot for the rest of this game. They haven't given up map point yet. Mojo's gotten op though, so maybe a dangerous situation here. So I wonder how he chooses to play this. Mid is always dangerous to opt from. Oh, but he's going down to sewers. Nope, he's going to A. Fooling me, it was the trip that came through, and Mojo maybe gonna look for a second angle on this. Op shot goes wide. They should identify that the op is there now. Drone's gonna come through as well. Not gonna find any damage there through the wall, and Rolling Thunder gonna be invested. Dissident found a kill somehow with an aftershock there. Now things falling apart here for Adrian College. So There's 2 people left alive in the chaos. I think Stellar's lurk didn't work out. The dash on the site not working out either. And an aftershock finding a kill there, so. How will they work their way out of this situation?
Spike down A.
Do you go for one more? Nah, not gonna take the risk. They know they have
30 seconds left.
Here for post. Kinda still looking for Mojo. Claims a second kill with that op, so got the first contact, stayed alive.
Match point.
Found the last 2 kills. Man.
A gift.
Post sitting at match point now. Good news for Adrian College. Outside of the Spectre, they'll probably have guns for the rest of the game, regardless of how this turns out
Teleport's
here.
ready.
But the op for Mojo, oh so dangerous. With these consistent lurks mid, trying to maybe pick Stellar. Isn't gonna keep the angle. Dissident and Prism. Little initiator fight going on there, and beautiful shot from Mojo. Takes only a little bit of damage here, so 1 down, 4 to go to potentially bring us to a map 3. It feels Post have a chokehold on this
Out
game
of charges.
now. SteveJobless gonna push forward here. And kinda not ready for that.
Nailed
And SteveJobless finds another, making a 3rd! Almost finds a 4K. Moonkeeper found 3 though, so somehow keeping this alive. And it's all up to Moonkeeper to keep Adrian College left in this, but only 35 seconds left. Does have the bomb. Doesn't know where anybody is.
30
That
seconds
Brimstone
left.
was close enough for the orbital strike, but all the information is now going to opt for the plant with 22 seconds left.
Spike planted. Flash out.
And a beautiful flash finds 2, but does get that stun. Trade of stuns there, but so low HP. Chixxa will close that out. She will find the defuse. And that is going to take us to map 3
Defenders win.
And a beautiful turnaround from Post. Losing 13-6, now winning 13-6. Different story. Almost similar results. Just flipped. Mojo 23 kills, Dissident 23 kills as well. The 2 veterans for Post. Making it work. SteveJobless coming in and dropping 16. A big part of flipping the script here. Goops and Chixxa managing to close that out together. Always there when you need someone to finish off these rounds. Get those clutches. But it looks like we're going to take another couple minutes before we go into map 3. Which I'm not sure what it is because has not been changed over. We will be back in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. As it looks like we are almost ready to get into game 3 here. It is going to be Ascent, and it's going to be Adrian College choosing the attack side, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. On one hand, the attack side has been the better side round-wise for both teams. Actual similar stats of, in their losing games, 3 out of the 7 rounds going their way, and then when they were in their winning games, 9 out of 3 of the rounds. So, generally speaking, attack side has had more round wins overall for the winning side. Yeah, so, however, the problem I think that sort of occurs here is generally Ascent is a very defense-sided map here, so if games go the way they were before, you're looking at probably less rounds going into the stronger half. Maybe they just want to finish strong here, or they're just confident in their attack. Not entirely sure. But, yeah, generally speaking, you tend to like to start on your stronger half, just because, one, you can start with an advantage, of course, but also, just because you guarantee 12 rounds on that side of the map. Although there have been, like, coaches and stuff in the past that generally like starting attack regardless. I remember, I think it was Sean Garris was a big fan of that when he was coaching 100 Thieves. His kind of logic was, or at least generally for game ones, his logic was that if you, when you're originally like warming up kind of in the server and everything, and not everybody's kind of like there yet with their gunplay, right? Having the attack side is pretty beneficial because generally speaking, you're doing like a lot of trading on attack side where you're more grouped up, where defenders just like have to win their gun duels in order to find value. Attackers can sort of have that first person go in, die, the second person's there for like a trade. So it's easier to kind of gain that confidence, but already in game 3 now, so people should be pretty warmed up and ready to go overall. That being said, looks like a KO for Moonkeeper, so going to be switching away from that breach, and Evan will be back on Jet, which was still pretty solid despite the loss. Pretty much almost the same kind of results as the Rays, to be honest, when it came to the individual play. Things just kind of fell apart around them, it felt like. Prism back on the Sova yet again. Yeah, we're pretty much seeing their Haven comp, but with KO instead of Breach here coming through. And then meanwhile for Post, we are just seeing their Haven comp. I don't know quite. I guess Brim does have like certain things and like lineups he can play for on this map as well. I think Omen tends to be a little bit better. That Paranoia is just so useful for so many tools in this map, and the mobility for like a lot of these areas where there's like a height difference is really big. But if Post plans on playing the post plant situations like they have been, it kind of makes sense. Brimstone kind of helps with the molly, and the ult can stall out bomb plants, especially if you get that fast plant with the wingman. You stall with Thrash and the molly, and the molly from Gecko, and then the molly from Brim, and then orbital strike, aftershock from Breach. So like a lot of stall on this team basically, in post plant scenarios if they need to. And I mean, it did work out for them quite a few times, even in both games where like Spike just took too long to get to. But now we're seeing Mojo deciding where he wants to put his trip here. Is just going to be onto sidewalk here and taking this early peek. Will be Prism is just gonna TP out real quick though, so no harm, no foul here. And meanwhile, mid control is being taken here. SteveJobless sitting behind a smoke here, so complete mid control here for them, but it's gonna be duo Chixxa and SteveJobless that are gonna be chilling over towards mid here, and SteveJobless will open up this one, but Dissident meanwhile gets picked off, and Mojo with the headhunter finds another head.
Spike down mid.
SteveJobless on the flank here now. For the second, make that a third kill, and Goops will close out the round there. SteveJobless doing an excellent job collapsing there with Mojo. Dissident stalling for time there, getting taken out in market. Mojo finding the trade there, finding the right timing. And of course, SteveJobless, she found one mid, and then was able to just collapse from behind when they tried to rush through market. So beautifully orchestrated pistol round there from post. We're gonna have going into this round here. Mojo with a Marshall. Gonna take out even here. SteveJobless maybe gonna go aggressive here. Farms one kill. It's gonna back off, but there is the help from the breach stun from far away there to find the second kill, and looks like here just almost becomes impossible here for anything good to happen here for Adrian College, as it's like shooting
one enemy remaining.
Collapse.
Spike down mid.
Flawless round here for post.
This is back to me.
They just cornered them onto catwalk. Just a beautiful collapse once again. And it feels like at least these first two rounds, Adrian College is just fighting from every angle here. I think the most important round on the attack side of this map is winning that pistol. It's the most, or it's the best chance to grab a round on the attacker side on this map.
Here.
And you want to grab every round you can, because the defense side is a lot easier to get through. Mojo gonna get spotted out by that drone. Just gonna marshal and TP away. You can't shoot through that, Mojo. That is a medium pen gun, not a high pen gun. We got the headhunter, maybe? Meanwhile, Stellar will find that kill on the SteveJobless, so finding a nice little alert there. Chixxa feeling pressured all alone towards A. There's a lot in mid though.
Run, little man. Saw you, bud.
And a nice little mosh there. Almost claims some lives, but just a little chip damage. Nothing too big here. And now with that knife, I believe found two, so they are just gonna pivot all the way over towards B here. And Mojo is all alone. Does get the little spot in mid trip, but it's now just gonna take it down because nobody was watching.
30 seconds left.
Guys off the Dissident though, does manage to claim one kill off the back end of that. And post will be in a 3v4 retake scenario with worse guns. But they did one Vandal coming through here. Nobody checked!
One enemy remaining.
Cover going down.
Finds two, once again, communication breaking down for post. This happened once in even game where Stellar managed to find it on C site, hiding in the little corner, but once again here, it's gonna be another hide in the corner couple kills here for Adrian College. Shout out to Twiggy in the chat. Thanks for the compliment. And yeah, so rifle round here. There was Prism had just a sheriff, and it's gonna be a fast A hit. But meanwhile, a pick in mid. SteveJobless gonna go down here and
Get him, wingman.
gonna be a fast sight. But
Spike
Chixxa
down
to find another kill with the Molly. I think the second of this series now.
Spike planted.
And on the reload here, Moonkeeper's gonna find that kill. Mojo did find a kill back, so it's gonna be a 3v2 situation. Bring that all the way down to 2v2. Gonna get flashed out here.
One enemy remaining.
Dissident finding one, gets the head tap, but Mojo will finish that off. A triple kill for him. And the veterans of Post come in with the clutch. Bring that to 3-1. Right now, Post in a very good spot here. It's gonna be another set of rifle rounds. This time, Prism not having, or Prism gonna have a Vandal. The rest gonna have Vandals besides even who will get Sheriffs. Never mind, they are just changing up the entire 5 situation. 3 Sheriffs, 2 Momogs are gonna decide to save here. But not very healthy buys from Post either, so a little bit of a weird round here. So we're seeing a mixed bag from both teams. And Dissident finds one.
Spike down.
Mojo almost going down. Will manage to escape here, so Post right now feeling pretty happy about that idea overall, but Chixxa not ready for the walk up from Stellar. SteveJobless here with the knives, might just tuck. As the drone happens towards B. Curious if Stellar looks for more here. Oh, and unfortunately for SteveJobless gonna get taken down there by Stellar to find another kill on that lurk.
One enemy remaining.
Beautiful stun. Dissident. He's gonna just go down instead.
Molly.
Even not caring about that stun, but oops, the trade
Spike
does
planted.
now pick up a gun. Does have to be worried about a flank here, and Stellar comes in clutch with that Bulldog. A triple kill on the round. 3 lurk kills. And I think it's important for Adrian College here to keep this as close as possible. Again, the defending side, generally the better side for Ascent. Very hard map to attack on. Mojo now gonna have an off here, so
That
pretty
works.
interesting situation here. Maybe
we go.
look for the pick on the Stellar, who's normally in mid, but nobody to actually be found in mid here, so this op's not going to spot anything early on into this round.
Blocking
Now
sight.
starts to sort of creep over. SteveJobless does take the fight with Stellar. This time wins it out, and it's just going to be an immediate KO over towards B in response. Goops is going to go down. Looking for a fight here, but no utility available right now, and he's gonna run through and not check that angle once again. Even managing to find that kill. He can get stunned up and checked, but
One
Moonkeeper's
enemy
there
remaining.
for the protection. And this is just breaking down here for Post. The only one left alive, even finds a triple kill. Once again, it's that little corner towards stairs proving to be a problem for Post here. And now Post is going to be back on a save here, so Adrian College going to have the opportunity to potentially take a lead on the attacking half. Not something that I thought we would potentially see, especially with Post winning the pistol round here, but Mojo does have the Tour de Force available. Maybe just spotted the corner of somebody. But once again, it's mid-control here for Adrian College, and Mojo in such a dangerous spot here. Did hear one. And the Headhunter almost finds the kill. Mojo gonna be pressured off. Does have the Tour de Force available. Does fire it. Can't find the shot. And the Adrian are gonna get sprayed out and can't find the kills. Which will all go the way of Adrian College. 3 dead now for Post, and certainly a round win here.
Spike planted.
Molly.
Unless this can work. If the Sheriff can get this gun upgrade, I'll need a little bit more goops on a Ghost here. He's just gonna kind of run through and find a kill. So, doing what he can with the Ghost, being a little bit silly about it with the smokes and the combat stim, but it's gonna work out. But Dissident has no clue that there's somebody in heaven. Even will find a triple kill on the round. So a little bit of creativity there to find a couple kills. And overall, a round that felt like it was in Adrian College's hands at the beginning. Did only lose 2. Their econ looking very good now with those 3 round wins in a row. And, yeah, now it looks like Post are going to go aggressive towards A here with the Jet and Breach combo. Mojo gonna try and escape this drone. Isn't gonna be able to. He's gonna have to TP out. Once again being cleared and not allowed any of this space. But meanwhile, Poster just running up here. And with that flash, it's just gonna be 2 dead for Post. And now it should just be a free A site. Unless Chixxa can do something about it. And tries to run away, but even finds that kill, and now disaster strikes Post here. I certainly
Open up the sky!
Duke's gonna invest in a little strike, so Post thinking they have a shot in this round, and Mojo can't quite find that kill. But Goops will find it instead. And now, a 4v2, still a very, very tall task here. The way everybody is set up, especially Moonkeeper.
1 enemy remaining.
Even with the high low.
Next time,
Moonkeeper, a triple kill on the round. A beautiful flash to open that up. As the loud flank of Ghost gets completely shut down. I think they thought with the Sova drone happening towards B that the team was playing there, but they were actually playing for mid control. So they went for this like fast flank because they didn't see anybody aim main, but they were just heard the entire time, prepped for. And Mojo couldn't get any more information than just the Sova drone due to it spotting him out and forcing him to TP away. Post call a timeout here, probably to just regroup a little bit on low buys here. We'll see if they can pull out another random thrifty. Something that they've been able to do quite a few times this series. So almost desperation time here for Post. However, the score's not too far apart. I do say that this map is quite defensive-sided, but we've seen crazier things. We've seen teams go on runs on the attack side as well. And remember, for both of these teams, attack side was their better half in both of their games. So we will have to see. Here it's gonna be Sheriff, so probably just a trap play coming through here off of Mojo's contacts, perhaps. The stun onto all 5, and Mojo finds 1, but Evans will find. He goes back, and Post making it work here.
Spike down. Now, last player standing.
Down to just Chixxa. 13 bullets, only 9 left in the chamber there, so looking to maybe recover a gun here. It does see that that turret goes away, so should know that they are just out of there.
Spike planted.
The turret got pulled back, the spike is planted. A. And they don't know which way Chixxa is going to come from, so should walk a little quiet here, but I think that noise is going to give away that Stellar knows where you are. Chixxa almost shot in the back there. Just don't know where one person is. Looks to take that fight, but Taida swings out, finds that kill, a triple kill in the round. So Post at least made a round out of it.
Battles are
Got
won
some
by
guns away, but
geniuses,
with
and
the
I
econ
am a
so
genius.
high here for Adrian College, I'm not sure if those 3 kills fully matter without the round win. They should have buys through the half. So despite the investment, despite making the round just a couple good shots away
That's
from
a good spot.
converting, all for naught. However, still 3 rounds left in the half. A lot of potential work here is
You should run.
May have to get out of here. I don't know if the drone spotted them. Does have an opportunity here now and looks for the shots here and manages to find one. Did get stunned up by their own breach there, peeking just a fraction of a second too early, I think. And now
Spike planted.
3 post plant. Oh, and the KO ult so powerful there, but Goops does not care. Goops finds 2. KO knocked down, and it's gonna be
Last player standing.
effectively a 1v1 here because Taida answers back with 2 of their own. And Dissident waiting for the
One
time to
enemy
get
remaining.
down.
Blinding.
Beautiful flash coming through here. The concuss. Another
Flash out.
potential flash, but doesn't get Taida, who hides behind the box and finds the clutch. Devastating for Post there. Another valid try, but once again, not quite working out. That swing from Taida was very, very bold after the first flash, shooting the swing all the way out, timing it perfect. Well, I wouldn't say perfectly, as Dissident was going to go in, but Dissident went for the stun to layer it up for the surefire, thinking that Taida wouldn't swing out, and had utility out, so couldn't land the shot. Just became a very chaotic situation.
Saw you, little homie.
Trying to make Thrash work there, but it just moves around, and SteveJobless, though, taking the fight, finding a kill.
Can't do it. Run, man. Blow him up,
Wingman
man.
making a little work happen. A beautiful flash there. Full tag a couple,
Spike
but
planted.
now utility pretty much gone here, but Chixxa spraying through, and Poster taking a
enemy
round
remaining.
out of this, more than a round. In fact, 4 left alive. And Taida just gonna get shot through the smoke. I'm not even fully sure what happened that round, but Post a beautiful collapse there. They managed to grab their
Last
4th.
round in the half.
No point
Making the
saving.
low buys
Spend it all.
work there, and now having a plethora of money here. So both teams will have buys going into this. Knives for SteveJobless, knives for Even. Prism once again having that Hunter's Fury. I feel like we haven't seen it so far in this half. It's had kind of a tough game here, sitting at 2 and 8.
Watch this!
SteveJobless does have to be careful because remember, KO can disable jet knives. And SteveJobless maybe gonna spot out SteveJobless. I'm not entirely sure. Chixxa gonna have to time this so well, but
has targets.
does barely get the information there, and
Give me those back.
SteveJobless finds that kill with the knives. Mojo peeking out with this.
One enemy remaining.
Dancing. Oh my god, Dissident
Spike
found
down
3!
A.
What even happened there? I assume the utility was
Parts destroyed.
dropped through and just string 3 kills in a spray together.
Got
Stellar fighting for their lives. Chixxa will end the half in the same spot that the pistol round ended.
Switching
As it
sides.
started over towards Cat. And now we're looking at what is our most even at half so far. A 7-5 lead for Adrian College on what I would like to call generally the weaker half on Ascent. But who knows? Both these teams have found success on the attack side so far. Post love to be aggressive, love the chaos, and sometimes when you have less structured situations, that's when the attack side can really find their advantages on this map. But in structured situations, it's just so difficult. So we'll have to see if Post can maybe create some chaos here. Eden's been so good with the Sheriff. Finds two. Almost
Spike
makes it a
down,
third.
mid.
SteveJobless managing to get rid of Even there, but the Spike sitting in mid right now. I think that's the big issue here, as Mojo does manage to find the flank attempt from Taida there, and SteveJobless gonna go down to Moonkeeper.
Spike down mid.
Dissident finds the trade and does have to be worried about the flat out
player
from
standing.
there, as it's all down to Mojo. Does take the gunfight.
One enemy
Finds
remaining.
one, gets the TP out. Oh, and it's such low health. It's pretty much a last
I have
hit
the spike.
scenario, and Mojo will find the clutch.
These are faces. Sorry, I should not lie.
Shooting through the wall, finding the head tap. Mojo making it work. Oh my. And what a relief there for Post winning that pistol. And I hate to bring up the statistic all the time, but generally the team that wins both pistol rounds usually wins both games. Does give you quite a few rounds of advantage. So Post having a great practice, finding the clutch they needed, and it looks like Mojo is going to be the one who's challenged here, as Prism is also challenged on the other side. So Prism going to get away, and Mojo needing important kills here, and finds all three! Dissident found two on the other side, so a flawless round.
These guns we use are okay,
20
but I will
HP
also
for
bring my own.
Mojo,
No offense.
who's just figuring it out right at the right time in this game. Finding the clutch last round, finding a 3K there. 14 kills for Mojo, 14 for Dissident. And now, Post, a difficult round for them as they are down. We'll have to see how it looks to do here. It looks like they're just playing kind of far back here, not playing into the aggression of Post this time. SteveJobless does have a Guardian, which is quite stronger. Mojo this time gonna go down. Even finds a
Spike
kill.
down mid.
Make it a second, so yeah, this round gonna be cleaned up quite quickly here. Not ready for Evan to walk down, but
Last
still
player
finds the
standing.
kill. Moonkeeper there for the trade, though. Guardian now for Dissident, who is not ready for Taida to come through and doesn't actually land the shots. And Dissident having a couple opportunities in mid now. Does have to be careful, trying to isolate the gunfights, but can't win them. Moonkeeper closes out that round, and Post got back to a tied game. Now the game back in Adrian College's favor. But Post have guns now. This will be our first rifle round of the half, and this is, I think, where it gets a little bit hard in this half, is after you get out of that pistol, after you get out of the round where you get to force up. If you win the pistol, from the bonus on, it becomes a little bit difficult. Now the structure of the round generally comes in, but even I think he's just gonna look to get through here, and he's just gonna whiff the shots. I'm gonna have to dash back here, so all the chaos, no kills going down yet. SteveJobless gonna find both with a beautiful spray transfer there. Mojo found good the duel as well.
Last
Even
player
though
standing.
Managing to find one, does get traded out. Goops, and it's all down to Stellar, who alone on this site. I think it's just going to be a pivot towards the A site now. what's been really interesting so far is that it seems like Mojo and Taida are just consistently in a duel towards A. Taida's managed to win it once, but Mojo has won it thrice, I believe. Stellar 1v3.
Placing sentry.
Nobody giving the angle. So discipline from Post. Never mind. Goops is just gonna swing out and find that kill.
If they mess with one of us, they
Very
mess with all of us.
Post type chaotic play. Not always necessarily choosing the proper thing to do, but that's what catches the opponents off guard. A double-edged knife that is generally the way of Post. Aggression until aggression doesn't work, and then more aggression. But even situation and no buys here for Adrian College.
Shot done.
And Post are dead. They're just gonna brute force the A site here. Avoid the server dart. And they have themselves a site now. And Mojo has not one but 2 kills mid. One with the headhunter and then a second kill with the rifle, so having some fun with it, but the sheriff for Taida gonna work out here, and jet knives for even will be key to a potential situation here, and is just gonna whiff all the knives here. The Prism will find one with the
Last player
here.
standing.
And it's all down to just goops, but time's ticking down, so Post should still get the round
Enemy
regardless.
remaining.
And finds the person attempting to defuse Prism going down, and even will go down to the bomb, so a round win for Post here, but very costly one. As a near thrifty here for Adrian College, but Post back in the lead for the first time since round 4. 17 rounds in. Now we still have full rifles for both sides. Post still having a decent amount of econ here. They do have some of the old guns coming through as well. So should be good for a buy next round regardless of the results of this. Rolling Thunder gonna come through. Gonna give them a nice free plant here, and remember, they got this site for pretty much free last round 2, and Taida finding a headshot, even finding Mojo in mid, and things falling apart for Post in the Post plant here. This is what I was a little bit worried about. Dissident though,
standing.
trying to make a round of it. It's all down to Goops. Doesn't answer Saul for a little bit. Throws the molly as well. But even finds a triple kill, and I don't think that molly's gonna land. Not quite. Even if it did, I don't think Saul's for enough time there. But a good try from Goops. But as I was about to say before the retake happened, they got that site for free the round before and lost everybody in the post-plant scenario, just barely hanging on, and that was versus like sheriffs and pistols and stuff, so, and a judge, so I was a little worried about if they were going to be able to hold that site. But they do manage to do, or they don't manage to do so.
You want to play? Let's play.
That was probably gonna go. Now, Mojo finding a kill on an even who lurked up here. SteveJobless waiting to actually use knives here. Is now going to pop it. Does see Killjoy turret. Can't quite find the kill. Is going to get flashed up, and Wingkeeper wins that duel there, and is going to be forced off here. And now on the site, Dissident has found a kill, and they've got a plant down, and once again, Post making things work. They did technically have a full buy with
Oh yeah! Monster on the
Mojo
loose!
and SteveJobless having their ults available. And Dissident found an aftershock kill. How do these keep happening? The utility kills for Post continuously happening throughout the series. Mojo for a whiff though! And a devastating
One enemy
loss
remaining.
there, but Chixxa will manage to find that kill and leave just Prism alive.
One enemy remaining.
Make it a 1v1. Doesn't know where Dissident
Concentrate, Sova.
is. He's just gonna stall for time here. And with the knife, doesn't even go for the kill, just stalls enough time. Prism goes down at the bomb. Round was over anyways. The only thing that they were playing for was basically an ult point, but Prism already had full ult anyways, so not really gonna be a big deal. Dissident maybe could have used it to get a little bit closer to the Rolling Thunder, but it is going to be low buys here for Adrian College. Once again, a judge for Prism. Post maintain their lead right now. Gonna take mid control here. And this is oh so dangerous. Prism having a judge. Gonna get stunned up. Even finds a kill. Chixxa will find a trade. And Prism gonna reveal the judge now, and suddenly things look a little dangerous for Post. Stellar finds a kill as well.
Last player standing.
And a second one, and
Spike down mid.
it's just Dissident here who whiffs the shot, trying to be patient there. Maybe too much trigger discipline. Just trying to maybe find one other person, stay hidden, but Sova went out of the drone there.
Watch them run when lit by my sonar.
Tough round
That's
for Post.
when we strike.
Adrian College tie it right back up, and Post have no money in the bank. From everything from ult econ to just money econ in the favor of Adrian College here. Post gotta try and string something together on this round. It's not necessarily a must-win, but it's getting up pretty close to the end of this game regardless. Both teams at double digits here. You know Tida's gonna play a move like this. Does just back off.
Cover going out.
And Mojo went down on the other side of the map from the B
Not ready
here,
yet.
so they're just gonna rip it onto the A site, but through the smoke, Tida finds a kill. Prism trying to find one smoke as well. Post, I think, just looking for a plant here. Getting a little money. Does get the Hunter's Fury out, so a key ult is gonna go down.
Spike down A.
So Post getting at least something out of this round. Probably not.
Last player standing.
And yeah, SteveJobless all alone with just a classic. A flawless round here for Adrian College, and what a confidence booster for them. Their econ is now flowing. Should have buys probably for the next 3 rounds or so, so probably all of Post's potential round wins here. As Post do have buys here, they would need 3 in a row to not bring it to overtime and win at least 2 of these last 3 in order to go to overtime. It's gonna come down to maybe a jet duel here. As Even walks up. But SteveJobless will win the duel! And now it's a site pretty much taken for Post, but remember, there's a Killjoy ult available here. And Stellar will find a kill as well.
Spike planted.
I think SteveJobless in a worrisome spot here. Maybe pushed a little too far up. I don't even know if the Killjoy ult needs to be invested now or will be invested.
Initiated.
Mojo's being watched for. Mojo finds the kill and is going to have to
Monster on
try
the loose.
and just get out here. A Thrash is going to be used. I don't think it tagged anybody. And Stellar finds a kill. And now Mojo has to run all the way back in. Does find
Last
one.
player standing.
But Mojo in dire straits, and Stellar finds a 4K. And they found a map point. They found series point. And Post don't have much of a bank to work with.
Match point.
I think they had to challenge the Killjoy ult there, and I'm just gonna call that timeout. Trying to decide on what they want to do. It's been a hard-fought series so far. Even 28 kills, almost carrying the map on their own. For Post, I mean, you have the Rolling Thunder available. It's been so clutch all series for them. One of the most impactful ults in the game. I wonder if they're just going to rip it onto a site. They've gotten A for free pretty easily, so maybe if they can manage to snag that A site without a whole lot of struggle in anticipation of the Rolling Thunder, and then they just Rolling Thunder in the Post plant, might be their best bet here. They should be able to string along most of a buy here. Yeah, it's a couple Guardians. Some light, a lot of light armor. Maybe not a full batch of utility either. Yeah, just one flash for Dissident here. No stim beacon for goops. Yeah, they are just gonna rip it towards A. And it's a Rolling Thunder invest off the
No
rip
charges
here.
left.
Which once again, gonna put them in a 5v5 retake A. And now, time ticking down on this clock here for Adrian College. Has to look for something here, and the Aftershock finding quite a bit of damage. Maybe that's how these kills have been coming through, but Stellar is gonna find that kill, and now it's a site entry coming through here. Goops finding that first kill.
Last player standing.
Almost finds another, and it's down to just Chixxa. 1v3. It's such a challenge, and Prism will close out the round, will close out the map, will close out the series here for Adrian College.
Defenders win.
A very good try here from Post. They kept the series close, but fortunately not going to work out for them. 30 kills for Even, who was just incredible all series, and for Post, another sign of improvement at least. I think they still looked a lot better in these past two series that they've played than they looked prior in the season, so a lot of good things to look for here. A lot of good things to look forward to. And we'll have to see how they do next week. As for me, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a good one.